Alright everybody, welcome back to another pomade review, and you can probably tell that the bathroom looks different. Well, that's because I've moved, and that's also another reason why I posted a video a little later than usual, because I've spent the weekend trying to move my stuff from my old apartment to my new one, and the lighting in this bathroom is actually really not the best at all. The light bulb, however, is actually a pretty good one for showing off the sheen of the pomades that I use. It's not fluorescent like the one in my previous apartment, but as you can tell, it's positioned really badly in the center of the bathroom and not right on top over there, which is why I used a secondary source of light, which is a really cheap and crappy desk lamp, but hey, it works. So it's clearly better to use the secondary light source. And now on to review. We'll be taking a look at another gel-type water-based pomade today, and it is the Johnny Sheen Hair Pomade from Johnny's Chop Shop. Now, in case you don't know Johnny's Chop Shop, it's basically a barbershop based in the UK, and they have a whole line of hair products such as this pomade over here, only this one pomade for among all their other pomades, and they have a clay, a grooming cream, and a gel and other stuff I can't remember, beard oil, and yeah, pretty much have a whole line of hair products, but being a traditional barbershop, you expect that they come up with an oil-based pomade as well. However, this is their sole pomade line, just as I said earlier. It's a gel-type water-based pomade, and I paid, I believe, about 7 or 8 euros, I can't exactly remember, for this. And this is rather cheap for a gel-type pomade. However, this is understandable because you only get 2.64 ounces worth of product, which is significantly less compared to a lot of other gel-type water-based pomades, because they normally come in tubs of at least 4 ounces, but this is less than 3. So it comes in a metal tin, and the design of the jar, there's the logo of the barbershop down here, the name of the product up there, and let me just say that red star in the middle. And I'll just open it up. It's a screw top lid, and the scent on it is just super chemically. It's really artificial. They tried to make a cologne type of scent, but it just smells a lot of chemicals. It's sort of it's a very subtle scent, but I still find it rather revolting in a way. And I'm just not a huge fan of the stuff. The scent, it's pretty similar to some hair gels. It's meant to be a cologne type of scent, I believe, and the appearance itself is sort of like a yellow gel. You can tell I used quite a bit over here, and I used it on damp hair. That's the first time I used it, and the first and only time I used it, and that's my second. I'm going to try it on bone dry hair, and I'm honestly really not impressed with its performance at all. So scooping it out, it just scoops out like a regular gel type pomade, I mean. Very easy to scoop out, but tacky. It has a very sticky feel to it as well. Sort of easy to break down. It breaks down like nothing. Now, applying it to dry hair, you don't really get much of a tug. It's actually pretty easy to apply. And it has sort of like a bit of a sticky, resistant status, pretty similar to quite a lot of gel-type pomades out there. It's actually easier to apply with damp hair, clearly, because it's water-soluble. So that means some of the product is slightly broken down a little bit. And for the record, this pomade is designed to have a so-called strong, slick hold. So by strong, I don't exactly know what they mean. They can either mean a firm or a heavy. Basically, a firm is a medium heavy for those of you who don't know. So it's basically either a firm or heavy, but it should be around the higher holds, clearly. However, I find that the hold in this pomade is actually somewhat underwhelming for what it's designed to do, because to me it holds up more like a medium, and it's really easy to comb through your hair. It doesn't have a lot of tug, just like some gel-type pomades do when you apply to dry hair. For example, Suavecito does have a bit of tug, at least for me, when I apply to bone dry hair. And honestly, I'm really not a huge fan of this pomade. That's the politest way to put it. You can tell that there's the slightly medium shine, it's like a low to medium shine right over there, leaning more towards medium, but as the day progresses, you get more of a medium type shine. I'm sorry, more of a low shine, sort of like a natural sheen to it. And the slickability of this pomade, it's advertised to have a high slickness, a strong slick hold. However, you can see that there's a bit of tightness of sides over here, but throughout the day, not even throughout the day, probably about like 10-15 minutes after that, it would just puff out and the slickness would not even be as it initially was. And I find the slickability of this pomade, when you're combing your hairs together, it just clumps them into little groups, so it's really hard to slick everything together into one piece to have a very uniform looking hairstyle. You would have groups of strands here, groups of strands there, and you have like a gap in the middle. It's just really difficult to actually style with this pomade to provide you with a uniform look. With damp hair, I would say right now I'm coming into bone dry hair, but with damp hair, styling with this stuff is actually more difficult and you'd feel even more frustrated, but with dry hair, it's just bad enough. You can tell right over here, there's a gap in the middle already. Like I said, there are different clumpy groups of hairs grouped together. And you can tell this is not even doing so well either. You still have some stray hairs right over here. And clearly, because it's a gel type pomade, it would go out in under one wash. And not even the shampoo, it just goes out with plain water. It's water soluble, it's a gel type, so that's what you expect it to do. But I just find that it really dries my hair out and leaves it feeling like straw. So the endurance on it, it's just okay. It's not the best. However, it really doesn't. It actually has like a medium hold, as I said earlier. So it doesn't really have the endurance nor the hold that it's designed for. It's supposed to be a so-called strong hold, but it does more of like a medium type hold. Now on to the hardening factor of this gel type. I find that this pomade actually hardens pretty quickly, which clearly doesn't make a very pleasant styling experience. And the hardening factor, however, it doesn't harden up as bad as some other gel type water-based pomades do, but it still has sort of a sticky feel to the pomade itself, despite even after hardening for a while. It doesn't make a head too hard, it doesn't give too much of a hard helmet head feel. Well, there's obviously that helmet head feel present, but it still has somewhat of stickiness to it, which is quite uncomfortable. So this is how my hair looks right now. And you can really tell that it's not the best at all. This is what it looks like under the light bulb. You can see there's not much of a natural shape. It's just everything looks... I don't even have the proper words to describe this right now. Final verdict on Johnny Sheen hair pomade. Would I recommend this to others? No. Well, you may argue that you pay less for one tin. However, this is 2.64 ounces, and a regular gel type pomade would get you about 4 ounces of product, I believe, which is usually about, you can get it for about $10 to $11 for Suavecito. That obviously means you have to pay more for 4 ounces if you want 4 ounces of this stuff compared to other gel type pomades out there in the market. And the performance is still really underwhelming. It makes my hair just feel super unhealthy, and you can tell that the way my hair is clumped together, it's not even very neat or professional looking enough to my standards. You can see that this group of hair is just not even slicked properly. There's a gap over here and there's another gap here. The performance and styling of this one's really underwhelming. I just keep on saying that. And the slickness also, it fails to... Basically, this pomade really fails to live up to what it's designed for. It's not a higher, stronger hold. It does not have a lot of slickness to it. Instead of giving me a lot of slickness and a lot of slick hold, it just gives me more of like a poofy type appearance to my sides. So this is one of the worst pomades I've ever used in my life. Not just one of the worst gel type pomades, if I'm being honest here. And that's pretty much all I have to say. There's really nothing else to say about this pomade. It's just super basic. So even with that being said, there's still other basic pomades out there like Suavecito that performs a lot better than Johnny Sheen right here. And if you enjoyed this review, you got some insight out of it, please leave a like, comment, subscribe to this channel, click on the bell icon to never miss a single upload of The Squinty Show, and I'll see you next time on The Squinty Show. Stay greasy, everybody.